Welcome to the Bible study, Your Journey to Perfect Peace. We are on chapter 3 still. It's called Enjoy God, and this is video number 12. I wanted to start off by sharing with you, several years ago, I came across someone named Eric Gilmore from Sonship International. That's Sonship, SONSHIP International. You could probably Google him if you want to. He talks so much about spending intimate time with the Lord and also enjoying Him. Let me share a couple of quotes that I wrote down. This was actually from a YouTube video from him, Eric Gilmore. It's Gilmour. And this YouTube video was titled, Why Are You Saved? It was a 13-minute teaching by Eric Gilmore. And in this YouTube video, I wrote down a couple quotes, which I thought was so powerful and perfect for this chapter, and enjoy God. Here's one quote. Our enjoyment of God is the key for what maturity in God looks like. Another quote. We know God to the degree we enjoy Him. Another quote. The essence of life is enjoyment of God. And the last quote here is, we come to God to enjoy Him and to find all in Him. I guess that's in that YouTube video. It's just an awesome video. Watch it if you can. It's just 13 minutes. And in this video, he also shares two quotes from some lady named Madame Guyon, which I want to share with you. She said this: godliness flows so sweetly and easily from the one who enjoys God. Isn't that beautiful? One more quote from her. Let this simple, quiet rest in Him always be your preparation in everything, or for everything. Your only purpose is to be filled to overflowing with the divine presence of Jesus, and deep within you to prepare to receive from Him anything that He chooses to bestow on you in His love. Just beautiful. Beautiful. God wants you to be so full of joy when you are in His presence. He wants you dancing in front of Him like a little child, thanking Him for His goodness. I want to share a testimony of mine. This was one morning, at that time, a few years ago, it was my practice to get up in the morning, go into my office, close my eyes. I always pictured Jesus and I walking along the ocean. And this morning, the moment I closed my eyes, I felt a sadness. It wasn't from me. I felt like it was from the Lord. I said, Lord, what's wrong? And He said, this is what I heard. You woke up troubled this morning. And I had my eyes closed, so I saw this big hand in my mind. And He said, give it to me. And literally, I saw myself reach into, just reach into my heart. And I gave it to Him. And then He cupped His hand around it, whatever that was troubling me. And He threw it into the ocean. And then I saw His hand again. He said, give it to me. This time it's a person. And it was. And so I saw myself take this person out of my heart, put it in His hand. But this time, He cupped His hand around this person. And He put this person in His heart. It was so beautiful. And then I want to share what He said to me. How can you dance and be joyful before me when you have troubles in your heart? I want you free, dancing before me like a little child with no troubles in your heart. I then said to the Lord, I feel lighter. I really did. I felt physically lighter after giving Him those things that were troubling me. And you know what He said to me? So do I. And I said, you feel lighter when I give you my troubles? He said, yes, I do. Can you imagine how much better my day was after this conversation with the Lord? I not only felt emotionally lighter, I really did feel physically lighter. I truly believe one of the things the enemy stole from us in the Garden of Eden is our innocence. You need to come to him like a little child, totally believing he's going to take care of you and protect you and provide for you. Children provide nothing for themselves. They look to their parents for all their needs and wants. Children are just happy playing and enjoying life. Isn't that something? I want to share with you this quote. This Rick Joyner is his name. I read several of his books. Really a wonderful author, prophet. This is what he wrote. I didn't write down where I read this, if it was in one of his books, but let me read you the quote. The Lord created man for his pleasure, and the Lord's pleasure comes from having fellowship with men. He loved walking with Adam, teaching and listening to him. This was the most tragic loss of the fall, man's relationship to God. The ultimate purpose of redemption is the restoration of that relationship. That is why the Bible is composed almost entirely of stories of how the Lord has related to men and women in this redemption process. The ultimate quest of every Christian life is therefore to be the intimate friend of the Lord. If there is any way we can measure true Christian maturity, it will be by how close we are to God. Wow, this is really stuff to meditate on. I think I'm going to stop there. Maybe one more quote. Now, this is actually a Bible verse. I'll end it with Matthew 18, 1 through 4. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And calling to him a child, he put him in the midst of them and said, "Truly, I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." Become a child of God. You are a child of God. Now act like you are a child of God. Come to him with all your needs, all your wants, all your desires, and he will fill them like no one on this earth can. Learn to enjoy God because he loves spending time with us, taking care of us, providing for us, and protecting us.